Hey everyone, welcome to my first video with audio. Today I'll be showing you my 2800 hour single player world. I've already shown it in a previous video, but since I am approaching day 5000, I was thinking of showing a bit more. As you can see, you can see it here, I am day 4866, and from the last video, a lot of has changed. Firstly, I've created this storage system, which is an adapted version of the yet another Minecraft storage. I do not know who made it, but it's on the Storage Stack Discord. There is one bulk hall and two normal item halls with 6 chests. Sorry, 8 chests slice. This is the input system. The shulker storage, multi-item sorter, a small crafter. Here, this I've added myself. It's one of those mass crafters. I've also added the unstackable sorter, and most recently, after updating to 121.4, I have added a wireless ender pearl stasis chamber due to the new add-on of ender pearls loading chunks. If you want to see the storage, this is how it looks to the outside. Here I have loaders, chunk loaders, beacons for speed because the speed is important, and here the leave 16 times unloader. I am quite happy with it, and I've already built this, I believe, about day 4,500, so it's been quite some time. Not 3,500, so, and I'm quite happy with it. Recently, the most recent builds have been these ender pearl stasis chambers, but also I've improved on my gold farm. I have made it a portal slice gold farm with the 121 sound suppression bug, and that has brought my rates up to about 400,000 items, 400,000 kills an hour, which is quite okay in my opinion. Now sometimes I am having some trouble with this lapel stasis chambers, and as you can see up there, the water just doesn't fill up correctly again, and this leads to the fact that it's because these don't get pushed back sometimes. I don't know. Also up there, I have no idea why that is a thing and why my ender pearl isn't working right now. That I really can't say. It should be It was working fine until a minute ago. Yeah, there it goes again. That's perfect. It's working again. Input the ember dipper. And also I've improved here on the stasis chamber, also with the sound suppression bug, by having here a portal. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, thank you. For nothing, I guess. It's buggy. I do not know. Maybe it is because I rotated it, but I have no idea why this is happening. But the gold farm has proven quite good, as I have about 10.5 million zombie piglin kills, which is, I'd say, a decent amount. Now it's broken again, and I have honestly no idea since it's all in a chunk, and I built it from the schematic. I changed nothing of it except exchanged some concrete for glass. Oh yeah, now it's back to working. Yeah. Also, I'm quite sure I have not shown my wither skeleton farm that I have just built. Yeah, why is it pushing that one out? That makes no sense. And why am I at the quarry? If anyone has an idea why this is a thing, please tell me because I have no idea. Maybe it's a wireless redstone bug, but it's not supposed to be like this. I have I have a rescue pearl in every one of these in case something goes wrong. Yeah, and as you can see, the water has broken again. I am using a shader, but it is breaking my FPS and my laptop is beginning to sweat quite a lot, which I'd say is not optimal. As you can see, the water is still not fixed. I just shader so I have a bit more performance. No, is it broken? Seems like it. No, it's not. But now the water works correctly. Then you can put the pearls in the correct location. Okay, and we're going to the Wither Skeleton Farm, which is the furthest location on this network. It's, I believe, about 50,000 blocks in each direction, and it does not seem to be working. Fantastic. Just lovely. Why are you there? You're not supposed to be there. Okay. Now they're going that way. Wait. Okay. Try again. Yeah, well, this is quite embarrassing. Oh, here I am. Okay. Here I am. There are no pearls up there. No. So we'll have to add them. 1 and 2. Perfect. Well, this is the overworld side of the Wither Skeleton Farm. I've added the mass storage from WaveTech because I AFK'd this a lot. Also, I've added crafters for everything I need and shulker box loaders. So I'm having coal, bone, and Wither Skeleton skulls. Right now, I've only a lot of bone blocks because yeah, this is the farm. I've made it in a perimeter in a quad crossroad location. I used to have Ender Pearl cannon here, but now it's not needed since I have the TP. When I want to use it, I have alias set up with client commands. As you can see, if I type gold, a gold player spawns. If I type wither, the wither player spawns here, and it's the optimal AFK location for this farm. And I am quite proud of it since this was my second nether perimeter after the gold farm. And the gold farm has also been changed. It used to be Nico is lost, but now it's a portal, like slash portal spam, as I've already told you. Oh, apparently wither skeletons have spawned. but I've already. This is the kill chamber. And they're dead now. So this was probably the most time-intensive project on my SSP, sorry. After second only to the main storage project, which was long. I had a lot of hours just trying to put together the item set. Most of it is just the basic item set from the YAM storage, but some of it has also been customized to fit my need, mostly the multi-item sorter. And what I wanted to show you is what I've built in the Nether. I have built a few new farms. Under them I've removed the old bartering farm and added the 520 pigman farm from, I believe it's Illyria. I'm not quite sure. No, it's not Illyria, it's from... You'll just have to give me a second, I did not remember this all myself. But it has turned out to be probably the extremely efficient. If you have already seen this in this video, I've added only one small thing. I've added an input chest for empty shulker boxes, and also a crafter to craft down the gold and input it into these chests to put it into the temporary storage. This has piglin. It has quite a big amount of piglins. I believe there are 528, if I'm correct. Just no, 648. Ah yes, 640 piglin. 8 will be somewhere under the bedrock. And it works by dropping them with stack separation 1 stack at a time, and it is quite efficient at what it does, so I'm really happy about it. Yes, I'm also quite sure it was indeed Illyria's project. Yeah, it was indeed Illyria's farm, and shout out to him. Also, I have made quite some modifications. I am rocking a lot of mods, carpet mods, of course you've seen it, but also other mods, TAS editions, Xeros minimap. The basalt farm stays the same. I don't use this XP farm anymore, but yeah, the iFarm is the same. I have changed the end tuber and there has been quite a massive update to the end. It may not look like much, but I spent quite some time in the end. I have changed the concrete tuber to this version since I found the previous one unreliable. And I've also, as you can see here, updated this to 121. This is my own design, and it works by pressing this button. I can have a clock activate and push me all of the items out of the shulker boxes inside. By activating this, I can activate the minecarts below to collect the drops from the end and put them here. With this button, I can waterlog the leaves to decide between concrete powder and concrete. And here there is a bubble column where all the collected items are brought up to me. I will then manually load them into the shulker box loader, which I know is not the most efficient, but it fits everything I need, which then loads it into this small temporary storage. Afterwards, when I click this bulb, it will activate here and drop everything into the water stream and bring it up to me again, and I can bring it back. I have done two things to the end. I've added mob switch and another tree farm. In addition, those are, here is the nether tree farm. This is the 240k nether tree farm, I believe, which comes from Chronos server. It's quite nice. I also have a command to spawn in the bot here, since lying yourself to the farm is quite annoying. And also I'm currently planning on building a dark oak tree farm. I've already made space of it, removing some end islands, as you can see here. But right now I cannot find the motivation to build it, which is quite sad. Also, I forgot to show this is my old shulker farm. I've already shown it, but I have used rails and carts to put a lot of shulkers to these walls. I know it looks ugly, and I know I'm turning it on with a bot, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. You can't have everything. Also, it is not the best thing to have you to be stuck there if you don't have an elytra, but I guess you can't have everything. Also, I've added quite a few farms on top of the nether roof, in addition to the bartering farm, and I believe the void trader. You may or may not have already seen, maybe we'll do a jump there. I've added a creeper farm. It is the boat creeper farm, which is put into my old slime farm perimeter. I have replaced the slime farm with a 72k slime farm from the swamp slime farm, which I'm using like really not a lot, since I used it once and had enough slime for a long time. The two big, other big farms I've created is a wither rose farm, which I believe produces more than 100,000 items an hour. It works with the infestation potion, and by dropping it onto armadillos who are inside of a campfire. I achieved that by letting them grow up inside of the campfire, like on top of the campfire, and make them glitch. I put an on-off switch to it and also changed a bit the design, but only visually, since functionally it's still the same. I've also added a collection system for the armadillo. I don't know what they're called, I'm sorry for it. There is an alley here, which attracts and I believe it's about 100 armadillos on top of there. Well, continuing to the next farm, I've added a bee farm, which is a 600 hive bee farm. It's not 100% efficient, so it could be better. I had created a small bee nest farm. I'm sorry, bees farm, but I've already taken it down. It was only for the construction of this chunky farm. And also I've built a wither killer to kill all the withers I want, since now I have a reliable source of soul sand through the bartering farm and of to the bartering farm, and of course of wither skeleton skulls to the wither skeleton farm. I've used this to create one shulker box of nether stars. I believe there may be some more into the shulker box, yes, half shulker box, but since I do not need them right now, it's useless. This is once again the slime farm. It's just a simple storage. I will add some crafters to it, since crafting it manually is quite annoying. Also loaders into shulker boxes. It is a standard design with just mushrooms and snow golems inside, and it was quite annoying to dig it out since it was a lot of aquifers. That's still my old witch farm, which I will not use in a while, since I have loads of shulker boxes of redstone right now. Also, I've created a new mob switch. The old one was unreliable, and also since the change to spawn chunks, reducing them to 3 chunks, I've moved the zombie villagers down here, so increasing the size to 288, which is enough for 4 players. I may increase this to fit the size of 8 players, but I am not sure, since being a single player world, I do not use it a lot. I don't have other players online. Also, I have removed the statue of the wither skeleton, since the old wither skeleton farm here is now outdated. I once tried starting to dig out the area to make it effective, but now it has been taken down and will not be built again. Also for the creeper farm, which I have shown you or told you about before, I have added a manual loading system with /creeper. I can spawn a player in the overworld. I then have to manually spawn the player who kills the creepers and give him this sword. With this weeping, this armor stand will get knocked up, activating this frame, who pushes down this here, who activates this clock, which is the one that pushes the items to me, the player, which works with 58 ticks. So these trapdoors open every 58 ticks, and if I activate it, lava gets taken away, and the camper falls down, which I can then load here. It is pretty much the same system as in the end, but a bit smaller and made for that. I believe I've also... Okay. What the heck was that? But I believe... Yeah, okay, it's lagging since my laptop is quite terrible. I believe there have also been some additions here in my farming area. I have added this massive sugarcane farm, which I've run once and then never again. Also this pumpkin and melon farm, which I've also ran once and never needed again. I have this mango farm, the general tree farm, and also dark oak farm, which I am having trouble running with. It doesn't seem to give me enough saplings. Also I've added the mango bone meal farm, since when I built this one I was young and stupid and built one from day 6, which uses more bone meal than it actually produces, so I will unsubscribe from them. The obsidian farm was also not needed anymore. Fun fact, I had a lot of trouble with this one, since due to change of entities when I updated the game, the wither skeleton skulls from the wither inside here, who was breaking the obsidian, were shooting up and going over this wall. And I AFK'd here. I believe it was either for the one of the wood farms or the iron farm maybe. And these wither skeleton skulls continued flying into unloaded chunks and causing a lot of lag. So this I had to kill the wither and go into creative to remove all of the wither skeleton skulls because they were causing a ton of lag. Here's my old raid farm, which does not work anymore. I had it set up for 121 after, and then I realized raids were nerfed. So yeah, well, it was pretty useless. And the mod and through the third farm, which I've also ran once and never again. I believe that is it for the farms here in the nether. Like, I'm sorry, in the farm permit. And I am also quite sure that is it. Building wise, I have not built any decorative building yet. I am planning on building a decoration for my main storage, but it is quite massive, and honestly, I don't even know if I will build it since it's a bit too massive. Inspired by Wavetech, I'd like to build a big church on top of it. I have started designing, but I am not the greatest builder, and that will make it quite hard to build a nice church. Right now, I'm also working on a server called Crimson SMP, which is probably the most goated server there is. We are in need of members, so if you'd like to join the Discord, I'll add the link to the description. And thanks for watching. It's been a nice time, and I hope you'll tune in onto the Crimson server, where you'll get more updates on the server itself, not on my single player world, since I am not right now not working on any projects except the decoration for this. I'm also planning on taking off all of the bedrock for this one. But thank you for watching, and tune in to the next one. Like and subscribe if you want to, and if you don't like my videos, just try to write a comment about what I could do better, and dislike. Thank you for watching, and just have a great time. Thank you very much.